everybody. My name is Brendan Poner. I'm the Financial Literacy Coordinator with the Office of Student Financial Services at STCC. You're all signed up for a virtual enrollment event for Student Financial Services. So this is just going to be a quick basics, quick run through of financial aid, how it works, what you need to know, just the basics of paying for college, and then hopefully we'll have time for a few quick questions at the end. But I'm going to get started just so I have enough time to get through everything here. Okay, so give me 1 second. You guys hopefully can see everything I have here. And off we go. Financial aid at STCC, the basics of paying for college. All right, so number one, what does it cost to go to STCC? So it's about $6,528 a year for a full-time student. If you take full-time being 12 credits, 4 classes, if you take less than that, it's obviously going to cost you less. That's the average for your full-time student. You have your tuition and your fees. Those are your direct costs, meaning your bill, what you're going to get billed for. Then you have your indirect costs, things that you just have to pay for outside of your bill, such as books, transportation, meals, school supplies, things like that. Works out to about $6,500 per year. All right, so applying for financial aid. How do you pay for this? You're going to apply for financial aid. You're going to fill out the FAFSA. So what is the FAFSA? The FAFSA, quite simply, is the main application for financial aid. It is usually the only application you will need for STCC. You can apply for other forms of aid as well, but most people, when they apply, when they complete the FAFSA, that's really it. It takes care of everything at STCC, okay? So how to apply for that? You're going to go to this website down here, fafsa.ed.gov. That's the only place you want to go. Anywhere else is going to charge you. The first F in FAFSA stands for free, so you don't want to get charged. You can also, if you don't feel comfortable trying to do this on your own, it can be a bit tricky. Some people it's easier than others. You can schedule an appointment with the financial aid office. We will help you fill it out. To do it, you're going to need your basic info, name, date of birth, social security number, address, phone number, stuff like that. 2018 taxes and your FSA ID, which is just simply your username and password like you would for Amazon, Netflix, whatever. Okay, so that's the FAFSA. Moving right along, the different types of financial aid you could expect to get when you apply for financial aid here at STIC. There are grants. Those are the good ones. That's the best thing to get. That is free money. You don't have to pay it back. It's based on your family's need. So it's given to you automatically if you qualify for it. So less money your family makes, bigger your family, higher your need, the more money you can get. That's simply that's simply put for a grant. Scholarships, also, you don't have to pay those back, but those are based on merit. They're very similar to a grant, but they are based on merit. Things like your GPA, your grades from high school, or your grades from the last college you were in, things you've done, accomplishments you've made, sports you've played, so on and so forth. Also, you have student loans. Loans you have to, give me 1 second. Loans you have to pay back. A lot of people think financial aid is just money you don't have to pay back. Not true. Loans are considered a type of financial aid. So you may be offered loans in your financial aid package. That being said, you don't have to take them if you don't want them, but they are a type of financial aid. The fourth main type you are going to see, just these are main types. These aren't the only types, but these are the most common types you're going to see. The fourth type is work study. That's just the college offers you the opportunity for a job on campus. You can work at that job, make a little bit of extra money, and use that to pay for whatever have you expenses. Okay, one thing to know about work study is if they offer it to you in your financial aid award letter, don't subtract it from your bill because you have to work to get that. You don't get it up front. All right, so that's the 4 types of financial aid. Moving on, the verification process. So the verification process is a process where STIC will ask you for more information after we get your FAFSA. So you fill out your FAFSA, we still may ask for more information. You may not be done, all right? Just keep that in mind. Students are usually selected at random, but you can also be selected based on the info in your FAFSA. If we see something that we think just needs some clarifier, maybe doesn't make a whole lot of sense, we're going to ask you for a little bit more information to back it up, to clarify it, to tell us what you meant by it. It does happen, okay? A lot of people are selected for verification, so don't be surprised if this happens. It's perfectly normal part of the process. We'll probably ask you for income documents, copies of your tax documents, or other forms that you may have to complete, just get them done as quick as possible, get them back to us. Because if we don't get them, we're not going to finish calculating your financial aid. You won't get any money. All right, verification process over. Next, be waiving your health insurance. So health insurance is a mandatory thing. Anybody with 9 or more credits to college has to, by state law, give you health insurance, okay? It costs $3,045. It is a chunk of change. You don't want to have to pay it if you don't have to. It will eat up most of your financial aid. So if you have your own health insurance, you are usually able to waive the health insurance that we give you. There are a few exceptions to that, but they are very few. All right. So if you have your own health insurance, make sure you waive the schools. It's going to knock $3,045 off of your bill. Okay. Another note, if you're a returning student, that number has almost doubled from last year. So if your bill is extremely high, that's probably why. All right. You can waive your health insurance on your StickNet portal. So once you set that up with our IT department, you can go right on there, waive your health insurance, knock your bill down by over $3,000. All right. Refunds, bills, and payment plans. So basically, you applied for financial aid, you finished the verification process, you've waived your health insurance. What comes next? Now, we will give you your final numbers for your financial aid, and one of these 3 things may happen. You might get a refund if your financial aid is more than your bill. Say your bill is $3,000, you get $3,500 in financial aid. That's an extra $500. That's going to get given back to you in a refund. It could get sent to you in a check. They could add it to what's called a book voucher, so you can take it to the bookstore, use it to buy books and school supplies. All right. You could end up with a balance. That's the other way around. If you have $3,000 in financial aid and your bill ends up being $3,500, well, there's a $500 difference there. You do owe that money to the school. You have a balance that you owe us. Okay. You don't really have to pay it right away. One thing I do want you to know, though, is if you don't pay it off right away between semesters, it can keep you from signing up for classes. If you have a high enough balance, they will not let you sign up for next semester's classes. So you want to get it paid down as soon as possible. That being said, it's not going to keep you from going to your classes right away. So you got some time. Now, if you can't pay it right away, you can set up a payment plan with the college to pay your balance over time. It just gives you a monthly bill like anything else. It is due by the end of the semester, so you do have to get it paid off by the end of the semester. But payment plan, that is a good way to pay off your balance if you need help. All right, satisfactory academic progress. This is a complicated one. I'm going to try and keep it as simple and as easy as possible. Basically, what this is you have some academic standards you need to live up to get financial aid. If you drop below those standards, we're going to take away your financial aid. Okay, so number 1, simplest one, you got to keep your grades up. You have to keep a minimum GPA. It's based on how many credits you've taken. I'm not going to get into that. Just know if you keep your GPA over 2.0, you don't have to worry about this. You'll be all set. All right, you have to successfully pass at least 2/3 of all the credits you take. So if you take 3 classes, that's 9 credits. And you fail or withdraw, that's incomplete. If you fail them or withdraw from them, that's 2/3 of your credits that you didn't pass, that you didn't complete. They're going to pull back your financial aid. All right. Also, you need to complete your program within the specified time frame. So they're going to give you a certain number of credits to complete your program. And I know it's kind of complicated, but basically, if you just focus, you get your coursework done, get your certificate or your diploma, you're going to be fine. If you're taking classes in all these different majors that you don't need for your program, you're going to run out of credits. They're going to pull your financial aid. Now, you can always appeal this. Sometimes you win the appeal and get your financial aid back. Sometimes you don't. All right. So best bet is just keep your grades up, pass your classes, and get your program done as quickly as possible. Okay. Otherwise, we may pull your financial aid and it can be tough to get back. Okay. One last thing. This is really important though. The FERPA. It stands for the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. That's not really that important. What it is, really is a student's info can only be discussed with the student. So if you come in and you want to talk about your financial aid with us, we can talk about it with you all day long. If you bring your parents in with you, same deal. We can talk to them, talk to you all day long about it. If your mom, your dad, your legal guardian, brother, sister, whoever, if they're in town and you want them to stop by and talk to us about it, we cannot legally do that. That is unless you fill out a FERPA. It's basically just a release of information form that allows your parent or your family member or guardian or whoever to come here and talk to us about your financial aid or whatever. So you have to fill that out with the registrars if you want mom or dad or whoever to be able to talk with us. Otherwise, they're going to come in, we're going to tell them we can't talk with them, and nobody's happy about that, okay? So that's basically it. Those are the basics of financial aid. If you don't know anything about it, make sure you know this stuff, and you should be on the right track. Other than that, I'll take any questions we have, and if you don't have any questions, you can move on and have a great day, and best of luck here at STIC.
Springfield Technical Community College, STCC.